choreography. Such a big word, is it not, my ducklings, my little cherubs? But do not be afraid of it, for it exists to give you movements of purpose.
Choreography is a sequence of planned steps and movements to create a routine.
Yes, I know you have taken dance before, Gosling. Now shut up. A dancer must not always dance in secret. A dancer must perform in front of an audience. A dancer must, at some point, step upon the stage. Does this frighten you, duckling?
A little bit.
I know it does not frighten you, my gosling, my little jazz dancer. Anna Pavlova, Miete Baloi, Silky Yen, Vaza Nijinsky, Misty Coleman. What if they had danced alone, all of their lives, hidden in a room? Their names would mean nothing. But they did not stay hidden. They danced upon a stage. Where is the ballet, young one?
Where the dance touches the heart of the audience.
Indeed. But if you are just a floppy bodies prancing upon the stage, you touch no hearts. You do not make ballet. But with choreography, you are not just the floundering duckling with your arms and legs flailing about. With choreography, you move with precision, purpose, and confidence. You always know where you stand and when to move.
Going to eat all of those?
I'm not eating them. I'm stuffing them with dextroamphetamine. 2 pills per cake, just in case.
Uh-huh. Brush your teeth after.
Yes, Father.
New books?
Yes. You want the comics?
Yeah?
All yours.
You should try reading these.
I did.
Batman is best. No silly crap or magic, just stuff.
I do not see a Batman.
Well, silly crap and magic is better than nothing.
What does she have you doing today?
Breaking bottles. Snow's beginning to melt, and the water carries away some of the glass. Needs replacing.
You know, there are approximately a dozen items just in this room I could fashion into shoes, including those comic books.
Yes.
And you're still going to put out new glass?
Yes.
Because she told you to.
That's right. You know, I had a whole collection of these back at the old house, a dozen boxes filled. But we couldn't take everything.
You didn't take anything.
We took you. The rest was replaceable.
Guess the FBI has them now.
I guess so. But I'd already read them. Hopefully they enjoyed them.
I would like to know my name.
Malibu.
No, my first name.
Your first name is Malibu.
My original name, when I was born.
You didn't have one.
You didn't give me a name?
No, I mean you didn't have one.
I don't understand.
You had, I think, 100. We gave you 100 names.
Is that normal?
No.
Why would you give me 100 names?
When someone would ask your name, we would give them one, and then throw it away. Malibu was the last one on the list, and by then you were old enough to recognize it. It stuck.
Mom's idea?
Everything is her idea.
How many people have you killed?
Seven.
Do you know their names?
I don't think about it.
How did it begin?
I don't think about it.
What is a drug cartel?
Business with management and employees. They supply illicit drugs.
Grandfather told me the FBI thinks the drug cartel killed you.
Yes.
You knew?
Yes.
Why did they think that?
Because the cartel believes it.
Why?
Because your mother is very clever.
I would appreciate an explanation, Father.
We had decoys, only they didn't know they were decoys. Drug addicts, similar looks. We put most of an evidence trail in place between them and the cartel so that they would think the drug addicts were us. And then, when it was time to disappear, I put the remaining pieces of the trail into place.
2 of your 7?
I didn't kill them.
Is that what you were doing when Mother and I were at Disneyland? Because I remember that, but I don't remember you being there. It's a pretty clear memory, the last day before moving here. All spent at the Magic Kingdom with Mickey and all the other princesses.
What did you put in the coffee?
Nothing. It's a new brand.
What did you put in the coffee?
Just the usual water and beans. Maybe there's something wrong with the well.
What did you put in the coffee?
Most of a bottle of Xanax.
Smart. Putting it in the coffee. It's already bitter. The wrong kind of bitter, though, with just a bit of sweet at the top. Where'd you get it?
The medicine chest. Mother leaves it unlocked while taking a shower. I was very quiet.
Clever. Observing your enemy before making your move. Stay here. It's a good thing you didn't try that on your mother. She's very strict. I will tell you 2 things that are very important to you. The first is that I will never harm you in defense of myself. If you come at me with a knife, you're going to win, because I will never harm you in defense of myself. And the second is something your mother wanted to tell you, so I'd appreciate you acting surprised when she does. Your mother is going to have a baby. And I will protect her and your little baby brother or sister. relentlessly.
She's having a baby?
She thinks she got you wrong. She wants to try again. But she hasn't made up her mind yet. And that I should not have told you. You played it very cool there, right up until the very end. It was a good idea, letting me get the poisoned coffee instead of offering it to me yourself. I wasn't sure just on the taste alone, but when I took a sip, you rambled. Work on your control. Don't let your adrenaline rule you. I'm very proud of you, Mallory.
What for?
You're giving the coffee to me instead of drinking it yourself. I will replace the Xanax. The subject is now closed.
Do you have emotions, Father?
If I didn't, I'd be much better at showing them.
Does Mother?
Somewhere. Thank you for the comic books, but I guess I'd better read them quickly.
I love you, Dad. I hope you know that.
I do. And I'm very happy that you understand. Important decisions are made up here, not in here.
What did do? I bet you do not know the meaning of that one, my precocious gosling. It means to dance with another. Not just with those around you, not like a shoal of fishes, but as two gazelles, leaping in tandem, always knowing where one will land, which direction he will turn. Rarely in unison, but always together. In pas de deux, you become a team. Duckling and Gosling, you shall demonstrate. You have worked at the bar, no?
Yes, miss.
Duckling, passez, relevez. There is no bar on the stage. Such things only exist in studios and classrooms. Which is why you wobble like a jelly that has lost its jar. Now, where does a dancer find support when it is needed? From the ethereal air? Of course not. When you are on the stage and the audience is watching you, your partner is your bar, your support. Now, Gosling, feet in third, arms in first. Again, Duckling, but this time, place your hand upon the young Gosling. Passez, relevez. And still you wobble, but not as bad. Remember, your partner is your support, not your strength. Only you can be your strength. Again, passez, relevez. Better. It is at least a beginning.
a child. Oh. What's your name, girl?
What's yours?
I asked you first.
I asked you more recently.
Well, I can't argue with that. Man, what was that stuff they gave me? Woo! I was out. How long?
12 hours here. I don't know how long before.
Got to get me some of that stuff.
I saw the bottle. It was blank.
Well, that just doesn't help me at all, does it? I'm Terrence. And now you tell me your name.
Mal. You appear to have urinated in your sleep.
It would seem so.
It will be my job to clean that up.
I didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't mean to imply that you did. It was a simple statement of fact.
Odd duck, aren't you?
Why would you call me a duck?
Because you have webbed feet.
Webbed feet are a common result of inbreeding among isolated human populations with limited genetic diversity.
You learn something new every day.
I do not have webbed feet.
It was a joke.
Oh, I didn't recognize it. The joke's sidetracked are funny.
Kick a man when he's down, huh?
And sitting in his own urine.
Yeah, that time you got it. I saw the smile. How old are you?
13.
I guess that's about right. Your parents are legends, do you know that?
No.
So your grandpa went missing, everybody thought they were dead. Did you know that? Huh. Most people still think they're dead, but I'm not so easy to convince. I don't see it myself, never happened. That's why they call me Thomas.
Your name is Terrence.
Yeah,
Thomas is a nickname?
because I doubt.
A biblical reference as recorded in the 20th chapter of the Gospel of John.
Jesus.
Correct.
Now, I meant Jesus, as in who the hell taught you to talk like that? You're like a little robot or something. You get all your social skills from books or something?
Yes.
Are you a killer? Like them?
I'm not like them.
Oh. Give it time. I've been tracking them almost as long as you've been alive, you know that?
How would I know that?
One of my first assignments. Is your mom up yet?
Still asleep.
And your dad?
Outside.
Oh, early riser, huh?
He's digging a hole.
When I first started tracking them, no one even knew who they were. And then my boss's son goes missing. Looked like the work of a competitor. Man, there were repercussions. A dozen good people dead before we finally figured out the whole thing was done by private contractors. Hired by some CEO whose son had OD'd. Took us 6 months to even get eyes on them, and then poof, they were gone. Another whole year until we got another whiff. After years of that shit, we finally put them down. And it wasn't even them. Legendary. You, gonna make some breakfast?
Stomach issues are a common side effect of powerful sedatives. You feel like eating?
Not really. No. So, you're not like them. How?
Just not the same.
In what way?
All sorts of ways.
Now, name one. Look, girl, this is me reaching out to you because I got not a lot of options here, and if you're all there is, I'd like to get to know a little something about you.
I read books.
So you got knowledge. That's good. But how are you different?
I don't want to be here.
Well, there you go. Where do you want to be?
Not Disneyland.
Well, that leaves a couple of options open. Let's see if we can dial that in just a little bit.
I don't understand the phrase.
Specify, girl. Where do you want to be?
San Diego?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You remember it?
A little.
Not a bad place to call home. Spent some good times there myself.
Does it snow?
Not as a general rule.
I used to eat ice cream.
There you go. Ha ha! There's this place called JoJo's. Go there every time I'm in town. Best ice cream I have ever had. You need to check it out when you get there.
Did it have shoes?
Not at JoJo's.
Sorry, that was a stupid question.
No, that's okay.
I know San Diego has shoes.
You ever walk in the sand on a beach? Waves crashing, cool breeze on a warm day. People everywhere just enjoying the sun.
I've never experienced that.
There's nothing else like it.
Sounds amazing.
What else do you want to do?
I want to dance.
What? Like school dances and shit?
They do ballet?
Not so much.
Oh.
You do what you want to do. What else?
I want to watch Netflix. And I want to go on the internet. And I want to remember things and try pistachios and go to Starbucks.
Yeah, that's it, Avalanche. Keep it coming.
And go to museums and libraries and meet boys and talk to every person in town. And I don't want to kill people.
That's the
And
ticket.
I want to eat pancakes with syrup and maybe have a waffle maker. And I want to see a desert and an ocean and an opera. And I want people to say hi when they see me. And
Okay.
I want to ride in a car and work for minimum wage. And I want to do paperwork. I want to put my name on something. I want to exist. Because I don't. I want to be remembered.
And now the big question. The $1,000,000 question. What are you willing to do to get all that?
"38 days ago, I tried to murder my father.
That can't have been easy. Family bonds, man. Those are tough.
I gave the plan a 50% chance of working. It was a warm day, mother was gone, and father had his shoes. If it didn't work, I would at least know where I stood with my father. He's hard to figure out. That part worked at least.
Would you do it again?
I'm not a killer.
Neither am I. But girl, I am willing to do anything I have to if it means getting out of this joint.
You're not a killer?
I'm a tracker, girl. I just fine. I don't even have a gun. But I need to know where you stand. They are not good people now.
I know.
That's good.
The unintended consequences of reading.
And whatever happens, they got it coming.
My mother is pregnant.
I just need you to make a decision right now.
What would I have to do?
Well, this is your place. All I know is what I've seen from this chair. You tell me. What's the most dangerous room in the house?
Whichever one my mother's in.
It's the kitchen. You've got knives. A pot of boiling water will stop anybody. Can we use the truck?
It has a transponder key. She keeps it in the safe with the shoes.
Oh, truck's out. What else you got?
The chain.
These?
When Father comes in, he goes straight to the bathroom to wash his hands. Mother won't wake up for a while after getting back in the middle of the night. We bend a couple of forks, secure one end of the chain around both doorknobs so they can be opened. You don't even have to hurt them.
Okay, that gives us maybe 5-10 minutes before your dad realizes what's happening and figures out how to pop the bolts.
We smash the window of the truck, pop the hood, and rip out the wiring harness. And we run.
Without shoes.
Towels and zip ties, both from the hall closet. I've already worked out a design.
And by the time we get through finishing them, making them, out pops your pop.
We make them first. Do that now.
Yeah, okay, but we still gotta get this thing open. So we're doing this, huh?
We're doing this. I'll grab the towels, you get some food. I don't know how long the walk is.
Mal,
Anything you can grab.
we still gotta kill him.
No, we don't. Not if we hurry.
What? On a path we don't know with towels for shoe and a 5 minutes head start? Think, girl. We've got to put them down. No going back now.
You set fire to the house as we leave.
What was that?
You set fire to the house as we leave.
Okay. We use the gas cans on the porch, the place goes up lickety-split. Fine.
Gas cans.
What?
I don't know what lickety split means.
Fast. It just means fast.
And you burn our home to the ground.
I do it.
Yes.
Not you.
No.
Okay. Partners? When somebody holds out their hand, you shake it. Sophie! Sophie, wake up! Get your ass out here! Get your ass out here! Get out here! We gotta talk. You ever get storms up here? Yeah, this elevation, this far north? I bet you get some big ones. You know, howling wind, snow, blizzards and shit, Yeah, grew up in Florida, and we get some massive storms. Like no snow, but, well, rain and wind like you wouldn't believe. Hurricanes sometimes. You ever been out in the storm? Oh. Ah, no shoes. I forget. But just like being out in that storm, rain, electricity just everywhere. And it's so damn loud, you can't hear a thing. And you're standing out there yelling into the wind, and it doesn't matter what you yell. Because a damn dog could be hunkered down 10 feet away, and it wouldn't even hear you calling its name. You feel a bit that way right now? Yelling out? Nobody can hear you? Yeah. I've known your mom and dad a whole lot of years, and they are not to be taken lightly. Yeah? Jesus. They sure screwed up with you, didn't they? Now, I told her that she needed to raise you in the business from the start. Couldn't protect you one day, shove your nose in it the next. Oh, but she's stubborn. Ain't you stubborn, Sophie? Get your ass out here. But parenting skills, not everybody's good at that. Clearly. And now, I need to figure out what to do with you. They don't know. They want to make sure of you, so it's phone a friend. And now here we are. And when she comes out here, I'm going to have to give a recommendation about you. Holding the ground, a second chance, or something else. And I'm going to have to let them know you were ready to see them burn.
Help me.
Help you what?
Leave.
The world's not worth the ice cream, girl. It's a giant ball of shit covered in parasites, hurtling through space. And the bitch of it is, you don't know you're a parasite. You don't know it's shit. And you think it's all ice cream and dancing out there.
No, I don't.
But it's not. You've got one good option here. Tell them you'll toe the line. Tell me you'll toe the line. Promise you'll help out around the place. Do the work they give you. Go on jobs. Don't make waves. And I'll tell you what, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate waking up in the morning thinking of all the things you've done. Until one day, you won't. Because the brain adjusts. And one morning, you'll just wake up and realize you're just a parasite on a giant ball of shit. And what's to feel bad about that, huh? You tell me. Tell me you can do that. Convince me.
No!
As if your life depended on it.
No!
No, there's nothing I can do to help you.
Damn, that was quick.
She's not complicated. Is there any chance to get in the shower and a change of pants?
You take care of that at the hotel. If we leave now, it shouldn't be more than a couple of hours.
But no pill?
No point.
My cherubs, I wish to tell you of what it means to bat. In my youth, I dreamed of dancing at the Mariinsky, but I was short and a little awkward, and my father made exquisite pastries. So I was not what Vaganova was looking for in their young pupils. So I was rejected, and no school would take me. But I was passionate, and my parents paid for lessons they could not afford. I worked and trained and gained skill and discipline. When I was 17, I was paired with a young boy for a student exhibition at the Mikhailovsky, where we would be seen by professionals from throughout Russia. He was an exquisite boy, with skill and strength, and we became close. We both lived for dancing. We practiced dancing in concert as two swans upon the water. We practiced ourselves to perfection. Until one day, he was killed in an alley by a belligerent drunk who chanced upon a brick. I cried for his loss. And I was paired with another boy for the exhibition. And the day came, and neither of us were ready. So our spot was cut to spare our instructors the embarrassment. I was promised the spot the following year, and I would dance a solo variation, Swanilda, by Kaplan. But a tear in my Achilles meant surgery and physical therapy. But I worked and recovered and was promised nothing for the following year, having become too old to be a student. So instead of college, I worked at the bakery in the mornings, and in the afternoon, trained and auditioned, and danced for any corps de ballet that would take me, however briefly. And when my father became ill, I worked in the bakery and danced only for myself. And when he died, I came to the United States and found you, my ducklings, to teach. Is this failure? The child that I was would say yes, and she would not be wrong. But the adult that I am is happy to have found you, my daughter. Happy to dance and do not make pastries before sunrise. And that is what it means to battle. I continue, even when the plan does not.
Pass the rolls, please. Thank you. And the butter.
I'm afraid I just used the last of it, dear.
No, not to worry.
There's more in the fridge. Would you mind, Matt? Thank you, Matt. Isn't this nice? Having the whole family together. Isn't this nice, Matt?
Yes, Mother.
I'm sure it will be a cherished memory for your father and me. I'll tell you what. Would you like to try a glass of wine?
No, thank you.
Connor, pour us 2 glasses of wine, would you? Drink it slowly, dude. It's a bit of an acquired taste.
The blue pill you gave Terrence was, I believe, some form of flunitrazepam. Is this correct?
That's right. Isn't she a good student?
One of which you crushed and mixed into my wine, knowing that I would not recognize the flavor when mixed with my first taste of an alcoholic beverage. Am I right?
Yes, honey. You are so smart. Haven't I always said she's smart, huh?
It was predictable.
No need to be condescending, not after I just gave you a compliment.
It doesn't mean much since you never stopped saying it.
It never stops being true.
I'm a little nervous and pretty scared right now, so earlier I wrote down a statement which I will now read to you. Dear Mother and Father, I do not wish to die, and I ask that you not kill me. I have read of many familial relationships, and it does not seem to me that this should be something a child needs to request from my parents. But every household is different, with different rules and expectations. So here we are. I understand the conundrum that my continued existence puts you in. If I do not join you wholeheartedly, and as a result, incriminate myself with various illegal activities, making it nearly impossible to extricate myself from the family business, then I become a liability. If I'm not with you, I am therefore evidence against you by my very existence. If I were, for example, to go to the authorities, a simple DNA test would link us and prove that you are not deceased, as they currently believe. I know something of your recent movements and activities, as well as the identity of one of your associates. My very existence puts yours in danger. I understand from my conversation with Terrence that you are currently stockpiling gasoline on the front porch and not in the generator shed as is normal. This leads me to believe that you intend to use said gasoline as an accelerant and incinerate the house and all that is in it, myself included, after having either been drugged or otherwise restrained. Drugged, as it turns out. Statements made by each of you have led me to conclude that a change of residence has been under consideration for some time and was settled on during my earlier interview with Terrence, during which one or both of you were listening through the walls. Immolation would ensure the destruction of any evidence the authorities might use against you, myself included, and allow you relative freedom to start a new family in a new location with the hopes of having a child who does not disappoint you quite so thoroughly. All of this is understood. Empirically, this is a logical and sensible course of action, but I cannot endorse it for obvious reasons. The most immediate being that I do not wish to die today. And yet, I find myself with nothing to offer but a promise that I will never speak or communicate information about you to any person or form of recorded media. If you let me live, I will keep you secret. If you let me go, I will never trouble you again. Despite the fact that I expect to die at your hand, I wish to express that I still love you, because humans are often very stupid, even smart little girls like me. Sincerely your daughter, Malibu. My apologies. I did not intend to cry.
I get a hold of you, you wouldn't last 2 minutes. You would crack faster than an egg dropped on the sidewalk because you got no fight, and that is why I don't want you! Look at this room full of knives. You could have grabbed one at any moment, and instead you spent the afternoon writing that crap! In fact, look, here. Sharpest knife in the house. I have seen you cut whole chickens in half with this thing. You want an alternative to getting burned alive? Huh? Here. Take this knife and cut your father's throat. Don't move, Connor. You let her do it. Cut your father's throat right now, and I will let you leave unharmed. Hell, I'll give you the keys to the truck. You've read about driving. I'll give you a sack of cash, something to live off of for months. Just cut your father's throat and watch him bleed out on the table. God, show me you've got some fight, Mal. Show me you value your life, or why the hell shouldn't I end it?
I will now drink this wine.
Haven't I always said that she's useless, Connor?
Father, I would appreciate you loading me into the truck and dropping me off at the side of the road somewhere. Your other option will be to let me burn.
Show me you've got some backbone, girl! At least attack me! At least...
Nasty. That's what wine tastes like?
I told you it was an acquired taste. I shouldn't have raised my voice. I apologize. I was simply trying to motivate you, but you're beyond motivation. Lay back from me a little bit. It doesn't go into effect immediately, but still I don't want you to fall forward and bang your head on the table. Connor, why don't you start loading up the truck? Go bags are all packed. I think we're done here.
I thought it would be a quicker effect.
Not really. 15 minutes, maybe more.
I would like something to get the taste out of my mouth.
Have a roll.
I prefer a cupcake.
Only if you brush.
Mother.
You're right. Here. Have the whole box if you like.
Just one should be enough. Maybe two.
I'm not going to save you, Mal. You know that, don't you?
I do.
But I will sit with you and hold your hand until you fall asleep, just like I used to do when you were little.
I don't remember that.
Well, like I always intended to. That's yet another thing to get right on round 2.
I wish you could see that having a fight doesn't always mean fighting.
Silly girl. The world just isn't that nice. I should have taught you better.
Mother,
Yes, Mal.
there was always something I wanted to tell you.
Yes?
I really hated Disneyland.
To me, I wish to congratulate you, my cherubs. You have survived to the end of your first semester of dance. You are to be commended. You still waddle like ducklings, But where there was once only fuzzy down, a few feathers are beginning to show. Soon you will fly, but not today. Today, we perform. Today we don our tutus and our crowns, and we dance as our parents laugh and clap and take pictures and pretend it is the greatest performance they have ever seen. And perhaps, for the briefest of moments, while you are on that stage, perhaps it will be. We have done the work. We have practiced, we have choreographed, we have failed, and once or twice, we have even succeeded. When you step on that stage, and the music starts, and everyone is looking at the other to see which steps they should do, it will go well, or it will not. Either way, tomorrow we dance again. But there is one bit of advice before you perform. When you look out into the audience and you see your parents waving at you, keep on dancing. If you lose your place in the music, keep on dancing. If you suddenly realize that everyone is moving in the opposite direction of you, keep on dancing. If your tutu falls at a paddle at your feet, keep on dancing. If green aliens come from the ceiling with their shiny ray guns, keep on dancing. And that is all the advice there is to give. That is fine.
I do, however, believe in dancing.
Yes, but you are in the middle of a class of which you are not a part. There are spots available for next semester, if you wish to sign up.
There's more advice. If you just keep dancing, I have other advice.
I am only the instructor here. Do not let me interfere.
Okay, good. Hello, ducklings, goslings, which still makes no sense to me. Before you get on that stage, I would like to inform you that flunitrazepam is a powerful sedative. Large doses can render a person unconscious for hours. Mixing it with a strong stimulant such as dextroamphetamine, which one might be inclined to stuff in a hostess cupcakes just in case, can result in coma, cardiac arrest, or loss of all cognitive function. But if you're unconscious in a burning building, it's probably worth the risk. Because one thing a strong stimulant can do, however briefly, is wake you up. And if you're lucky, and you can avoid getting burned or asphyxiated, you can escape. Now get out there and dance.
Excellent advice for young ducklings about to perform for their parents for the first time. Now gather round, my cherubs. Don your tutus and your crowns. Remember your choreography. Keep on dancing and prepare for the adulation. Now go. I have a session starting in a minute. Miss Danielle, you a new student? We have classes starting in the fall. Grab a flyer. Your parents can sign you up online. Are you okay?
No, I hurt. There's just so much, and here you are, nothing like in my head, which is what I expected, except for the nose and the eyes, which are farther off the ground when I remember. I'm rambling, which I do sometimes. I've traveled for 1,000 miles alone. I've walked from studio to studio just so I could see your face and talk to you, even though there's not realistically anything you can do, and I doubt my parents ever gave you my real name, and who knows how many students you've had over the last 8 years. But I feel like I'm about to pass out, so can I just ask you one question?
My God, what happened to your...
Do you remember me?